Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. It has been a little while. A couple things going on in my life that made it a little bit challenging to make videos. Past couple months, I've actually been recovering from COVID, which was, let's just say, quite the experience. So I'm doing okay now. I'm still on the comeback trail from that, but I'm doing good. Still just been hanging out at home. Going back to work soon, which is good. But yeah, I've haven't jumped off the fig train at all. Still been ordering stuff while I've been sick at home and waiting for that to show up. But yeah, like I said, I'm doing okay. I appreciate a lot of the people that reached out to me to see how I was doing. I am feeling much better for sure. But excited to get back to making some videos because I missed it. And I've picked up a lot of cool stuff that I wanted to share with you guys. And also talk about a lot of new releases because there's a lot of stuff coming out. So just to get things started, I do have some video from a few comic book shops and a few different stores that I went to over the past week. It's been a couple days since I went to these stores. But there is a last-minute stop that was actually about an hour ago. So that'll be the last clip that you see, which I found something that took, I think, 12 stores to find, but I found one. And it's an exclusive item at a certain store that drives a lot of people crazy. So you guys will understand exactly what I mean when you see the clip. But enjoy the footage of the comic shops and the other stores. all I gotta say is Walgreens exclusives of anything are the most obnoxious to find, but we got one, so I'm happy. And as you guys saw, the exclusive pickup that I made was this dang silver surfer. I think a lot of people call it either the Fallen Surfer or the Obsidian Surfer, which it says on the back. So I was able to pick this one up. Also got an extra for my buddy Rich, who has not been able to find it in his area down in Texas. So got a surfer. I'm excited to add this one to my collection. Actually, perfect in the frame. You guys can see my my other surfer up here in my Heroes display. Since my last couple videos, I have these new lights installed in my shelf displays. So I actually ordered those off Amazon. Super easy to install. They do have wires that are running each across the sides of the shelf, but I'll give you guys a little bit more of a close-up once I do my room tour, collection tour, or whatnot very soon. There's also a case just like this that you guys saw in their videos for Black Series. That's my favorite, but the Legends one is a little bit more creative with figures crawling on the walls, which was a lot of fun to do. But anyway, getting on, just to go through a couple different recent pickups, as you saw in the first shop that I went to, which was Toy Hunters in Mansfield, Ohio. It's about an hour from me, so it's not too bad of a drive. But there was a couple things that I picked up that I was not expecting to find, that's for sure. I'm on a very big DC kick right now. Marvel and Star Wars is, of course, my bread and butter, but DC has been catching fire recently. There's a few figures I got in the mail. They're imports that have sort of inspired my DC binge that I've been going on. I also have been watching Justice League Unlimited, Batman Beyond, all that fun stuff in HBO Max. So that could have inspired my DC kick right now. But one of the figures I picked up at Toy Hunters in Mansfield is this Kyle Rayner figure from the DC Multiverse line from when Mattel had the rights, which was not too long ago. This guy is part of the Lobo Build-A-Figure wave. I know they call them like Collect to Connect or whatever like that, but you guys know what I mean. So Kyle Rayner, got him. Green Lantern is close to my favorite DC character. Either Kyle Rayner, Hal Jordan, John Stewart. All great characters. Lots of lore in the Green Lantern comics. That is it's pretty cool stuff. But number one for DC is Batman, of course. As you saw, the other figures that I picked up at Toy Hunters were some animated series figures. I actually put those in my display already, so I'll get to that one once we get to the collection video. But moving on to the figures that I picked up at Kidforce Collectibles, which is my local shop. Since I moved, it's actually only 10 minutes down the road from me. It used to be like a 30-minute drive to get to Kidforce, so being in a prime location has been fun to just visit my shop whenever I want to. One of the figures I picked up at Kidforce was the Kid Flash figure. So not too familiar with this Flash, but got him out of the box and have been posing him with my other DC figures. I know the Mattel line wasn't very popular, but they have some good ones. But those ones inspired me to finish off the Build-A-Figure for that, well, Collect to Connect figure for that wave, which was Lobo. This is actually a pretty expensive figure to finish now, since that wave is a little bit older and it didn't really hit that many retailers. But I bought the headpiece and the crotch piece off of Mercari for, I think it was about 20 bucks, so it wasn't too bad. That's one of the lower prices it's going for. I actually already had the Batman Beyond figure that I bought loose a long time ago. But finished off the Lobo figure, and then I also picked up recently off of eBay the John Stewart Green Lantern. DC Multiverse. I'd say John Stewart's probably my favorite Green Lantern out of the three that I mentioned, but cool figure. I wish he had butterfly joints, which he does not. But given that this was, I think, the last wave of Mattel figures, they ended off pretty well. I think they mishandled that license. On the business side of things, I think that they didn't really try with what they had. I mean, for crying out loud, it's DC Comics. I don't know how you can just not try with that sort of line. People are going to buy those figures no matter what. So maybe that's why they didn't try, because they knew people would buy them. But it's enough of my ranting. Another DC Multiverse figure that I got is the Bizarro figure. Nice soft goods cape. Of course, the weird looking Bizarro. He's got glasses and whatnot. So add him to my villains that I really don't have a lot of when it comes to DC. So I'll have to get some more of those. I do want to get, there's a Collect to Connect Lex Luthor Mattel figure from DC Multiverse that is like armored with like Superman armor. That'll probably be my next purchase, but it's going up in price like the logo. So moving on to the big ticket items for the DC figures that I've been getting is, I'll start off with the one that's similar to one that I've had before, which is the blue one. But this is the Batman from the Hush comics. This is made by Mafex, or Mafex, however you want to say it. So this is the black suit version. I also have the blue suit version, which is actually packed away, because I might be selling it soon, because I really don't need two Mafex Batmans from the same line. But this thing has ridiculous articulation. You can see even under the cape. I'm sure you guys have seen it in some other videos, but it's got wires in the cape, so you can pose it in any way you want. Pretty sick to just put on a stand and have them flying through in a display. And the other Mafex figure is the Hush Superman. So this is probably one of the first, oh, sorry, it's not focusing very well, but one of the first just classic Supermans that I've purchased in the past couple years. Great figure, great articulation. There's less wires in this cape, but there are 2 wires in Superman's, so you can just do poses like that. They each come with a bunch of different hands and extra heads, but these are high quality, and they better be, because they're like $100 each. So if you guys have ever collected Mafex before, it's definitely a high-priced item, and there are some QC issues with paint smearing and breaking joints, so watch out for that if you guys don't collect that line. And speaking of lines that we do not collect, I have fallen into a deep black hole. I have fallen into a trap. I've fallen into a line that I said that I would not collect, more so than I already did, but I am definitely getting into the Joes whenever I find them. My rule for collecting G.I. Joes is that I can only find them in person at retail stores. So if I don't find them, I'm not paying ridiculous prices for them, because they are going for way too much than I am comfortable paying. So of course, here's the hot one right now, the Cobra Viper. I think the only Joes that I don't have, let's see, are the new Cobra Infantry, Zartan. I think there's a couple others I don't have. I know I have Duke, Scarlet, Snake Eyes. Oh yeah, Baroness. I definitely don't have Baroness, because I barely came close to finding any of those. So those are the Joes that have been in my collection recently, recent pickups. Now, I did go to a toy show a couple weeks ago. First one that's been able to happen, of course, in like the past year. So it was nice to go to a show recently. And pickup that I got is the SH Figuarts Predator. So this is the Wolf Predator. This is a 6-inch scale, so different from the NECA Predators. Those are usually 7-inch scale. This one has a lot more articulation than you expect, and a lot of cool weapons and accessories. So you got the Wolf Predator. It's supposed to be from the Alien vs. Predator comic book. So big fan of AVP. I think I mentioned that a couple of videos ago when I got those NECA Predators from AVP. One of my favorite movies. I know it gets a lot of crap, but that whole universe has been a favorite of mine. So might need to get an SH Figuarts Alien soon. But continuing on with that Predator trend, I picked up a what you could call a grail, I guess. This is one that is a tough to find figure. I ended up making a trade with somebody online. I got the Elder Predator from the AVP movie. It's got very interesting looking helmet, mask, whatever you want to call it. Made a trade for this guy. This guy is usually going for around 100, 150 bucks. So he's got a nice soft goods cape. A very unique look to him. So got the Elder Predator. He definitely is very noticeable on the shelf with that big red cape. But I'll eventually put him in the display with my other Predators I have by my desk. Those are some of the big recent pickups. I've been getting a lot of the McFarlane DC Multiverse figures too, which are the 7-inch scale. They don't go very well with the Mattel figures since they're 6-inch previously, so that jump was a little bit of an annoying change that McFarlane did, but I'm okay with it. They can fit in with NECA figures and whatnot. One of the recent pickups for that line is I got the Death Metal Batman. It's got like the scythe, and I got the Bat Cycle. So I got these at Kidforce. And actually one of the pickups I almost forgot about is when I was at that toy show and got the Predator. I also got the SH Figuarts Infinity War Hulk. So this guy is loaded with articulation. He comes with an extra set of hands and 2 extra heads, I think. So this is my first Marvel SH Figuarts, and I'm pretty happy with it. It's a little bit of a smaller scale compared to Legends, but it looks good with a lot of different lines. So definitely recommend that figure. It's been sitting at my desk for the past couple weeks since I got him, just posing him around. So definitely worth getting the pickup. I think I got it for 45 bucks, which is a great deal for a Figuarts figure. One of the other recent pickups that I got is I picked up the new Halo Jazzwares figures. They are doing a 7-inch line. I'm sure you guys have seen those at Target and whatnot. Definitely at Walmart. I think everyone's Walmarts are stocked up on the first wave. So the second wave just came out. Let me just say I have some mixed feelings about these figures. As soon as I opened one of them, arm popped off, which it does go back in, but it's very odd that whenever you try to use the butterfly joint on this guy, his arm pops off. So there's some very odd choices that they made with that second wave. A couple of the figures don't even come with trigger hands, and it's Halo where you're expecting the guys to hold guns all the time. It is what it is, but I'll get on my rants once I do a review for these. But the main reason I want to get these is one of the figures comes with the energy sword from Halo, and I wanted Master Chief that came with the first wave to use it, so I was able to do that by getting the figure. Only issue is another issue with the hand. The figure that comes with the sword is the only one that comes with the hand to use the sword. That's, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's split in the middle in order to hold the sword. And the peg on the hand is a lot smaller than Master Chief's, and it really just slides in there. It's a little, you guys can see it's a little bit wiggly. It still looks good, but it's a bummer that they make it very limited to share weapons and accessories with this line. And if they're going to only include one figure that has an energy sword, I don't know. it doesn't really make much sense to me. I did really like the first wave of Halo figures, but I think they could have improved in certain areas, and I think they took a few steps back with the second wave. Halo was one of my favorite games as a kid, and now when I was in high school, I played it all the time, so definitely wanted to have some sort of representation in my collection for Halo, and not pay $200 for that 1,000 Toys Master Chief that just came out. I had that thing pre-ordered for about, I think, a little bit over a year, and canceled it on Big Bad Toy Store and just bought the $20 figures, and I'm satisfied with that decision. So that about wraps up all my recent pickups. But yeah, it's good to be back. I missed making videos, like I said, and hopefully with everything going according to plan, I'll have a couple more videos here within the next couple weeks, showing off my collection, my new display at the new house, and hopefully I'll be going to another toy show here at the end of the month in Cincinnati. Trying to stay safe, of course. Make sure you guys are staying safe out there, wearing masks, and just being responsible. I do not want anyone to go through what I had to go through. So stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.